Hey guys, in this video we'll be talking about which lifepod had the best chance to survive apart from Riley's lifepod. I hope you enjoy this video. So, we're starting with lifepod 2. Lifepod 2 sank in the Blood Kelp forest, not far from the entrance to the Lost River. It contained two members, Yu and Berkeley. They both had to face the sinking of the lifepod as the flotation device failed, but Yu was able to reconfigure the O2 system to make a bulge pipe from which they were able to breathe, but eventually they sank 500 meters down. Somehow Yu was able to swim all the way up and to the rendezvous island and survived till later on, but Berkeley, I'm probably guessing he died to a nearby ghost leviathan or crab squid or even a warper for that case. Our next lifepod is Lifepod 3. This lifepod had two unnamed crew members which tried to rig a power cell into their sea glide. Now, their deaths are not confirmed, but the two major theories are either their sea glide broke and they were stranded at sea and drowned, or their sea glide exploded, killing both of them and breaking their lifepod in the same explosion. Lifepod 4 is our next lifepod. This lifepod landed right next to the Aurora. Me personally, I would drown. I'm not going to deal with the Reaper Leviathans. They're too scary, too dangerous, and I don't think I can survive. And even if we take away the Reaper Leviathans, we still have the radiation suit. But somehow our guy was able to survive, our unnamed crew member was able to survive without a radiation suit, or even if he had it, he was able to get it before he died from radiation, which is not possible. But that's all we know about this lifepod, that it landed near the Aurora and he tried to escape using creature decoys, but since he tried to enter the ship before it exploded, there were no entries, so there was no way he made it. Next up is Lifepod 6. This lifepod landed in the grassy plateaus, a relatively safe area. You must be wondering how they died. Well, it contained two unnamed crew members. We love to hear that. And how did they die? The Irish lady on board thought it was a smart idea to use the flare inside the lifepod, which caught the fuel line, and then the lifepod exploded, killing both the passengers and destroying the lifepod at the same time. Me personally, I will never ever forgive her, ever, even in hell. Lifepod 7 landed in the Sparse Reef, a relatively safe area but contains a lot of bone sharks. The lifepod here had its fabricator completely broken from the crash. It was working, but it would craft the most random stuff given the most random items. For example, if you wanted cooked food, you would get absolutely nothing, just dust. Or you want something to eat or build, you can have a toy. It was making the most random stuff, which then resulted in the guy not having any food to eat. So he was just there waiting for himself to starve to death. But before he starved to death, a bone shark was able to break into his lifepod and kill him. Then there is Lifepod 12. It landed in the bulb zone, not too deep. It contained one crew member with the name Medical Officer Danby, but in his voice log, he admitted himself that he cheated in all his medical exams, so he was not an actual doctor. So, he died because he got the Corona bacteria and later was not able to treat his own wounds and died to blood loss. Next up, we have Lifepod 13, which landed in the Mushroom Forest. Lifepod 13 actually did not even land properly. It sustained environmental damage, and the exterior temperature reached critical, destroying every life support system, or almost every life support system it had. So, when the impact occurred, the impact was so strong that the person in this crew were instantly destroyed along with their life pod. This life pod contained only one crew member. Lifepod 17 also landed pretty close to your lifepod in the grassy plateaus. Lifepod 17 had one crew member and he landed in Lifepod 17, of course, and he landed right next to the Jellyshroom caves. How he died was that a crab snake from one of the nearby Jellyshroom caves, which is right next to his lifepod, came up from its cave, breaking its lifepod and eating the crew member alive. Now that is just pure unlucky, because in the actual game, crab snakes don't even come outside their own caves. Now that's just pure sadness. Our final lifepod of the video is lifepod 19. It landed in the sparse reef, pretty deep into a cave system. It is pretty close to lifepod 17 and it has one crew member who is very important to the storyline, and his name is Officer Keen. He became the acting commander after your actual captain died in the crash in the Aurora, and he and you later went on to the Rendezvous Island, where you was killed by a Reaper Leviathan, and Keen would finally be killed by a Warper. So yes, in my opinion, Lifepod 2 crew member named Berkeley and the other crew member named You probably had the worst deaths, because if you look at it from Berkeley's perspective, you're 500 meters deep, your lifeboat has crashed, and you and your friend make a dire swim to reach the land of the Rendezvous Island to survive. But all you meet is your demise to a alien creature that looks like nothing from Earth. And you just got destroyed by a Reaper Leviathan. We all know how scary that is. We have died to them a million times, so no explanation needed there. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do, please do leave a like and subscribe. And peace out.